Hello, everyone, and welcome in. Welcome back. I'm checking I'm not on mute on my microphone because I've done that a few times over the past few days. But welcome to the Absolute Football Watchalong, of course. Round of 16 now begins today between Canada and Morocco. I am your host for today, Grimmy, as you all know and remember my ugly mug. But I'm also joined by a wonderful co-host in Paul. He was joining me right this moment. If it all works fine, he's in.
Hello, folks.
He's got the link. Everything's okay. There are no technical hiccups.
I did for a second. 30 seconds ago, I was like, that says the old stream. What do we? Oh, right. Okay. Grimmy sent me one, right.
I remembered you. I've followed you the other day on Twitter, Paul, so I remembered I could send it on you there in the last minute.
Have I followed you back? Because if not, I'll go and I'm pretty sure.
You have, yeah. But yeah, basically what ended up happening was I'd gone into the old stream. If I'd come back out, gone to a new one, and then that's why I've had to send you the new link. So, but it's all fine. Welcome in, everybody. All is fine. Looking forward to this one. Hi, Chris. Welcome in, bud. Hi, Graham. Good to see you again, buddy. Thank you for being in again. Still reeling from the devastation that was last night's result. Obviously, bloody brilliant game. Can't deny that, but the result isn't exactly what we wanted, was it? But yeah, it is what it is. So we head into the round of 16 now. We've got Canada and Morocco facing off. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, wouldn't you say, Paul? Would you agree with that?
I think the question with this one will be how much Alphonso Davies plays, because there's been a lot of talk in the US Canadian media. I've been reading a lot of stuff on The Athletic and what have you, and they've been saying, yeah, Davies might start, he might not, and obviously it'll be right versus left on that side, so it'll be Hakimi versus Davies down that side. So two marauding fullbacks going back and forth. That's going to be the battle.
Yeah.
This game, I think. Whoever gets back, because Hakimi goes charging up and down, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's one of those. Obviously, he's very good at it as well. He's one of the best in the world at it. But at this current moment in time, Davies is on the bench, which is a bit of a strange one, because I thought if there was a game he was going to be ready for, it would probably be this one. Because again, like you say, that matchup I thought would have been game, set, and match for him to go into and actually battle with Hakimi and give them the best chance down that side. But obviously, there's bigger injury problems or something's going on in the background that we don't know about. But yeah, it is an interesting one. As is the character that manages Canada, really, Jesse Marsh. Obviously, a lot of us familiar with his time in the Premier League and obviously his exports around Europe. But yeah, he's been one of the bigger characters of the World Cup, shall we say, that people have noticed. But yeah, apart from that, of course, I mean, we've seen both these teams in actions in the watchalongs already. We know a lot about these two. Obviously, Morocco still in the top 10 in the world. Canada hosting the World Cup and obviously getting as far as this for the first time, I believe.
Yes, the first time in the round of 16.
So it's a big moment for them. Of course, first game of them. Was it the first game? They weren't in Canada last game, were they?
No.
Because of the way the group finished, that it meant they weren't staying in Canada. So another game out of Canada in US in Houston. So we'll see how that goes. Let's have a quick look at the comments. Yesterday wasn't so much a tale of two halves, more a tale of two games. Thoroughly enjoyed yesterday, but please settle both in 90 minutes today. Yeah, that would be nice. Credit to Cape Verde for drawing game. What was that, sorry, Paul?
Need the sleep ahead of tomorrow.
Yes, very much so. Credit to Cape Verde for drawing games with Spain, Uruguay, Saudi, and Argentina in 90 minutes. Yeah, that's probably one. It's going to be, unless something else happens. I think that's probably going to be the story of the tournament, is how brilliantly they've done in terms of being able to battle three of the biggest nations, you would say, in the international scene in football, and being able to take them to the sword, really.
Uruguay, not so much. I think Uruguay are historically strong, but
yeah,
certainly Spain and Argentina, the current world champions, the second best player in the world, or best African team. It's just what Cape Verde are going to do in the next AFCON will be interesting with that swing.
Yeah, absolutely. And it'll be interesting to see how they develop, because I think, again, we've seen it with other nations that once they've had that exposure with the World Cup, it kind of helps them kick on a bit, and they should be proud of what they've done in this tournament, and hopefully it's a sign of things to come, really. Just having a quick look through the comments. What could you only find one other person you'd be seeing in public with you hosting, Grimmy? Yeah, something like that. I think they're all still in bed from last night's late night finish, so us two are the only ones who've got any energy left. Aaron was supposed to be on, but he's feeling a little bit under the weather, so we wish him well and hope he feels better soon. Graham says it pretty well. Sounds like coffee could be needed tomorrow. I think it very much could be. I
mean, respect to Shah for going for a full day at work this morning as well. And Sam getting up stupidly early. I was like, no,
yeah, she was up at. She started it work at 8. Yeah, she said that in the chat afterwards. I was like, "What on earth are you doing?" Like, I couldn't think of anything worse. And I woke up at like 9 o'clock this morning, and I was feeling a little bit. I was pretty low on energy until I got some breakfast in me. But yeah, it was a pretty rough one. Anyway, back to the game. Going into this one, obviously Morocco are favourites. I think that's pretty easy to see on this one. But do you have a prediction for this one? Do you have a score prediction or a result in mind?
I think Canada pull off a shock.
Do you think?
Because I think that compared to some teams, I think that there's a very interesting way Canada will play, and I think Morocco are very kind of buccaneering, and Jesse Marsh will be aware of that. And say what you like about his tactical mind or whatever else, he will have a plan for this, and it will be interesting to see if it works.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's not many tougher tests at this stage in the tournament than a Morocco team who've been there and done it. Really, they've got to the semi-final before. They've obviously, I know it's controversial, but they won the AFCON technically. And they don't concede many goals really. So I do personally, I think it'll be a bit of a struggle. For Canada, I think with the players that they've got, they should probably win this. I wouldn't say comfortably, because it's never really comfortable in the round of 16 unless you're the bigger teams, really. But I'll say I'll put it 2-1 to Morocco. I think that's what I'll go for, which probably means it'll be a Canada 3-0 win now that I've said it. But
I said I think Canada will do it. You know what I'm like, so put your money on Morocco.
Well, one of us is going to be right either way. That at least we've got all bases covered. We can't get it wrong today. There has to be someone who gets it right. Hi RJC, welcome in again. Cricket on the telly as well. 32 runs for 21 balls, so we should do it. Yeah, fingers crossed on that one. Graham with his 7-0 Morocco again. There you go.
Ely City versus Long Melford.
Yeah. It's an interesting.
That's the kind of thing that even the mods on Football Manager wouldn't get low enough to do, isn't it? You can buy mods that go down to like step 8 or something.
Well, there is someone who does it yearly, and it goes down to level 10. So and it is a pretty chunky. That one's a pretty chunky database, obviously, like you would expect. So you get I think it's like the lowest levels in that one. You get local teams who play on like a Sunday league in that one. Like it's pretty expansive. So yeah, it's good fun though. But yeah, you could probably do it with that one, to be fair.
I've been retro gaming today, taking Yeovil up through the divisions.
Nice.
So in my alternative world, we're in 2001 and Yeovil are in Division 2.
There you go. That'll do. But yeah,
you played in Europe twice. If only. But I am looking at this game, and I worry this could be one of those war of attrition games, like you say. No. I hope it isn't. I hope it's settled in 90 minutes.
Yeah, I think I I think we should be in for a better game than the Egypt-Australia game we saw yesterday. No disrespect to them two teams yesterday, but there's players here that I think should make a difference. And I know there was like Salah and Marmoush for Egypt yesterday, but they didn't really get much of an impact on the game. So yeah, I do think there should be a bit more quality here. And we'll see what happens basically. But yeah, we're just going into an ad break now, so we should be able to sync up pretty soon. Fingers crossed we don't get the gremlins like we did last night.
It feels like loads of games have gone into extra time in the knockouts, but actually only 2 have, as far as I can tell. Or possibly even, 3, because Germany and Paraguay.
Didn't the Netherlands one go in as well?
4 then. Germany, Paraguay, Netherlands, Morocco, Argentina, and both yesterday, yeah. So
yeah, it's it was because the way I remember it is there was 2 back-to-back, and then it was them 2 back-to-back yesterday, and that's the ones we've had in extra time.
Yeah.
So we'll see what that looks like.
Oh God, Jared Gillett's VAR referee, which means everything's going to take 15 minutes if there's a VAR decision.
Yeah.
Was he on VAR for Croatia, Portugal? I'm sure he's been on one for questionable decision.
I mean, yeah, that's probably.
This is where I'm now going to go back through with the Wikipedia page that has referees at the 2026 World Cup.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be interesting. Shall we sync up at kickoff again, like we normally do?
Let's try, yeah. I'm just going through the Moroccan team.
Yeah, I'm just going through the Canada team, so I'm a little bit behind you, but it shouldn't be too far behind. Just while the teams are going through, I've seen that there's been a bit of news coming out of the Arsenal camp that Odegaard's on the verge of leaving and Trossard signed for Besiktas. So Arteta's rebuilding.
There was something about the pair of them falling out. I saw a tweet about how they won't.
Yeah.
They'll be awkward talking to each other, but I didn't see what it was. Trossard and Odegaard. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where did you say Odegaard had gone?
I think it was a Turkish team. I'm trying to see who it was.
Because if he's gone to Galatasaray and Trossard has gone to Besiktas, that's Istanbul derby hatred right there.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks of.
It's Galatasaray. Yeah.
Fenerbahce and Galatasaray is the Turkish derby, but Besiktas are the 3rd team in Istanbul.
I think that's them potentially clearing the woods for Morgan Rogers to come in, isn't it? And that's what that's leading to.
Are they undisclosed fees as everything we see now?
I think so, yeah. I haven't seen anything to suggest anything else unless anyone says.
It fascinates me now that everything is undisclosed fee, whether it's the clubs trying to avoid people keeping too much of an eye on their PSR stuff. Because people go back and forth and look into whatever. We're used to it in the women's game. If there are fees, you don't see them much, but very much so in the men's game, there's more and more of it, and it's more and more annoying. I remember when you used to get even the big transfers.
Yeah.
Right, we're on the camera.
Yeah, just it's a strange one for me because I think more so on the side of the players and the clubs that they're going to, because especially on Odegaard's side, like surely you can go to another top European club somewhere and do well. But anyway, the countdown's starting.
Right, so we've just hit kickoff, so we paused. Yeah.
And we've kicked off now.
Nathan Ake from Fenerbahce to Manchester City. Oh, other way around, sorry. Man City to
yeah.
That's a name that's somewhat slid in everyone's estimation, Nathan Ake, because when he was at Bournemouth, everyone was talking about him as a must sign, and then he went to Man City, and now he's tail with his legs to the Turkish league.
Yeah, I mean, he won quite a lot there whilst he was there, didn't he? He was sort of the trusted backup by Pep for a long while. Yeah, the Premier League's new rules are basically like I think it's like 90% of your turnover or something, or the money that you make. Basically, you're allowed to spend it. So we'll see what happens. But
the clubs like Coventry.
Yeah, but we've kicked off anyway. We're a minute in now. If people want to know where we're at in terms of time, if they want to try and sync up.
Yeah, I'm pretty much bang on with you.
Yeah. So, like Graham says, with his polite reminder, the team are watching on a delay. So if you want to sync up, you can, but no spoilers in the chat because we obviously want to react to it live. And we had a bunch of spoilers last night in the Cape Verde Argentina game, and it didn't go down well. So let's just enjoy the game.
Although we did get a Mexican wave of shock. For Cape Verde a second.
We did. We have
only watching back. I see you go first, and you just your eyes kind of go, and then you sit back a bit, and you're waiting for us.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened in my head. That's how I just went, oh, and I just went, wait, because I think if I had reacted, it would have been a bit of a. I don't think it would have gone down very well, but hey ho. We may have potentially found a solution for all of us to be able to see the same thing at the same time. So we'll see if that works out once we've got a few more of us on. But it's not too bad. There's only a couple of us on anyway.
Yeah. It's when you like you say, it's when there's four of us on and we're 2 minutes back and forth.
Yeah. That's when it's a problem. But it should also help us as well with watch-alongs next season, because if there's like certain times it's on like a certain channel and people don't have access to it, then it doesn't mean they have to be missed out. It means people can still be involved.
Yeah.
So
widens the pool of people who want to watch, who can join in and watch.
Exactly.
Which like Aaron said and Dan said, it's great that, because obviously we haven't streamed much before we being on different podcasts, and we're always ending up together. Aaron and Shah and everyone else. It's nice all the podcasts coming together and people in the chat being able to see different people.
Yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the thing is being on the Premier League show. There's only like sort of 2 or 3, other than Sam and me. There's kind of 2 or 3 of us who kind of come in and out, and then obviously Shah usually appears as well. So it's kind of there isn't much of a rotation of people. So it's been nice to obviously get to know you and Freya, and obviously meet Aaron as well, because I've not really spoken to him. Done a couple of things with Claire before as well, so, and obviously Ant on the Premier League as well. So yeah, it's been nice to do things with everyone really. And hopefully next season there's a bit more of that. But anyway, Morocco. I'm trying to remember who's who. Canada are in black.
Canada in their black.
And Morocco are in the white.
Yeah.
Squad depth is a worry for Sam on Tuesdays. You're right there, Graham. It is something we're working on, though. We have a potentially guy coming in who's a Chelsea fan, which makes me hesitant to bring him in, to be honest. But I
might do the odd one as well with Sky Blues being promoted.
Yeah,
probably not every week because you'll hate me shouting about small clubs getting screwed over.
You can come on as often as you like, Paul. We all know about your brand of punditry.
I love how I've got a brand now.
Yeah.
I just sit and talk rubbish about football and say what you see is
exactly.
But
that's what all brings us together. We all have our own opinions, and that's what makes it special, really. Corner goes in, but keeper punches it out.
Was it me, or did the Canadian forward look a bit tentative then? I didn't see which one it was.
Yeah, I thought he could have maybe got something on it earlier, but
Oh, he's offside anyway, I think. But
no, he wasn't. He was on the first bit because the guy heads it. He's back on, isn't he? See that bit there where it kind of sort of hangs on his head. I thought he could maybe just
stick
over
a leg out.
Yeah,
you know, rather than waiting to see if it drops. Just, I think that's what separates truly instinctive strikers, because I think someone like Haaland is just going to have a swing at that.
Yeah.
Just throw himself at it to see what happens.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Messi would have been 5 yards further forward, mind you. He'd have just made the run 5 yards earlier and been there.
Yeah, true. I mean, wherever the ball ends up being, he'll end up being there, won't he, Haaland? So, yeah. I might log in for the occasionally fair watch-along. How do you decide which games or which league? So, the watch-alongs last season were primarily on the Premier League nights on a Tuesday, and then we did the odd one when it was like a late kickoff on a Saturday. And I think we did a couple maybe early season on a Friday. But obviously with me now being able to host stuff, then it should open the range of times we can do. But it'll depend what matches are on, and we'll take it like sort of week by week case of what we can and can't do and what people are available, really. That's what it'll come down to. But I'm hoping we can get a couple of watch-alongs done on the first sort of EFL weekend and the Premier League weekend, and then when the Women's League starts up again on those dates as well, because I know that's a bit further afield. But, hopefully we can... What I want to do next season is try and cover the watch-alongs across the board of football rather than it just be sort of the men's top level. I want it to be a bit more across the board. But I've started having those discussions with Char and Sam, and they like the sound of it so far, so hopefully it becomes a thing. But stay posted, because all that stuff will be advertised and told to people well in advance. Anyway, there is a man down, or has been taken out. Didn't see what number it was. I think it was number 8. I always worry when keepers come clambering out and then punch it away. I just feel like if you're certain you're going to hit it every time, fair enough. But I'm always waiting for that one where they just totally sky it and miss it, and it sails past them. But
it was interesting, because when Coventry United had a women's team, I used to go along and watch training a lot. And one of Coventry's goalies at the time was Olivia Clark, who is Wales's #1 goalkeeper now. Mm-hmm. And it was always interesting watching her train, and they practiced crosses and stuff. And it was always interesting coaches trying to explain to her and her to say, she was like, how do I assess when to punch and when to catch it? Because I'm not going to come unless I'm 100% sure that I'm going to catch it. What I'm
doing is the right one. Yeah,
I don't like punching it. How do you? And the coaches just basically said, just approach every cross in a half second, and if you can get to it, start running, and then when you get to it, decide if you're going to catch it or punch it. Mm-hmm. It's not a preference, apparently.
It's just to make your decision and be on it with it.
She always used to be. I love watching. We love it on the women's football podcast. We love Everton's goalie, who's also Irish international, Courtney Brosnan, because you always know when she's coming for a cross because you hear it. Like, even if you're at the opposite end, as the ball starts to fly in, you'll just hear this really loud Irish voice scream, "Corners!" And you just see her defenders kind of duck out of the way. Like, that's a
yeah. It always makes you laugh as well. Like, I always laughed during the obviously when the games didn't have the fans in, and you could hear the players talking to each other, but you couldn't necessarily hear anything, and then you just randomly hear, and then it'd be the keeper just coming in to claim it, or just absolutely dive on top of the pile of bodies that was in front of him and just punch it out. Like, yeah.
It's
there she is. Shah saying, "Evening, guys. Everybody in the chat. Hope you're all good. Enjoying your weekend. You too, Shah. I'm assuming because you type in this message, it means you are now done with your shift and you're out of work. So you've survived to tell the tale. Good save from Morocco.
Canada are having the better of this early on.
Yeah, they are. Morocco not really settled yet, have they? That's you're laughing if you think getting that. Oh, that was a bit tasty.
I think. Do you reckon there had been a bit of a off the ball incident then? Do you reckon that was settling accounts? Because that was a proper,
potentially, yeah.
That was a proper. I'm going to stick one on you.
Wow.
Oh, that's an amazing turn, by the way.
Yeah, he's done well there.
Oof.
Good job. You haven't got another show to get ready for, Shaw. You can catch Shaw at 10 o'clock. Or 10:15 when it starts. But yeah. All fine. Oh. Ball outside. Oh. There's a guy that. Oh. No. Wasn't a bad run in the grand scheme of things.
It's interesting how doing watch-alongs like this. Like I enjoy from commentating. I watch football quite analytically anyway, but doing watch-alongs like this, I've caught myself watching football in a different way. Like watching for little bits, like the defender coming across to block off the attacker then and have the other guy get to it. Whereas if I was just watching it, I'd be like, he's completely missed that tackle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's. I mean, I noticed even when I was younger watching football, I would watch it quite, like you say, analytically. But it's like certain things you start to notice when you do things like this, like you say, whether it's the shape or what a certain player is doing. I mean, a lot of the time yesterday, I was just watching Messi's movement.
Yeah,
and at times there wasn't a lot of it. He was just kind of waddling around. And then when he kind of saw the opportunity coming, you could see him start to like make an effort to move and make his movements, and it was just fascinating to watch. But
it fascinates me how it doesn't seem well. Some countries seem to teach that more. You get players who are better, like game intelligence.
Yeah. See if he just flicked that behind him.
And it seems, and it's a weird thing. It seems not to be a British mentality thing as well, because from me playing hockey, I'd try and move, and I used to love watching players who didn't skate, fly around the ice, but just knew where to time themselves and whatever else. My favourite player for Coventry I watched growing up was one of those players. Like he'd barely make any effort and then score 3 goals a game because he'd be in the right place.
Yeah.
But whenever it was coached and everything, all the coaching was skate hard, look like you're working hard, do this. And I wonder if there's a thing with the English mentality sometimes where if players aren't running around at full tilt working hard, people think they're lazy.
Well, I mean, if you think about it in like, I mean, I always remember that like if it was like the Premier League, Berbatov, people like that, people would think they weren't really doing much. But then if you actually looked at what they were doing, the heat map or whatever it is, they'd be all over the pitch. It just wouldn't be, you wouldn't be sprinting around doing this, that, and the other. And I don't think it's like you say, I think there is a bit of an English mentality that if you're not looking like you're doing something, it instantly means that you're not pulling your weight or whatever, which is a bit of a strange one to me, but hey ho. Hi, Johnny. Welcome in, bud.
Ibrahimovic is one of those always used to get stick for being arrogant and lazy. Berbatov is probably, like you say, the perfect example. It's a great one.
One of my favorite goals he ever scored for us I think it was when we beat Blackburn like 6 or 7-0 or something. And he literally starts in the left back position all the way on the other end of the pitch. And he just basically, you see him make the pass, and then you just see him make he just starts running diagonally because he knows exactly where the play is going to end up, and then he just puts it away on the other end. And it was just, yeah. I mean, he scored some cracking goals for us over the years, but
he was a joy to watch. Berbatov.
Oh yeah, but it's just how the thing for me was, and again, I'm sure you'll agree, but it was just how easy he made it looked. Like you didn't even have to think about what he was doing, and it's like they're few and far between in footballers. That keeper wasn't sure there for a second.
It's why one of my things. I remember when we all started and I joined the podcast, and they were like, one thing to sub you up, and I said one of the things, if I was saying thing, is that assist was better than the goal, because I love a good through ball.
Yeah.
Or
It's why I had so much appreciation for De Bruyne, especially in that sort of from the start to sort of before maybe the past couple of seasons when he had a lot of injuries. But like it was just that it was the through ball, but it was also the whipped cross that he had. It was just absolute pearlers. They really were.
Oh, that's a painful one. Yeah, you can act surprised, mate, but you stood on his foot. And I haven't worn a football boot. Well, I haven't bought new football boots in many, many years. But am I right in thinking that new football boots are basically like wearing slippers? There's no protection.
From what I can remember of them, because it's been a few years myself. But yeah, they're pretty thin on the material. I think some of them are like actual cloth now, rather than like obviously the plasticky material. But yeah, it's I know the studs don't necessarily tend to be metal studs now. I think it's generally like sort of like the plastic mold.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think any type of boot coming down on you when you're wearing what they wear today, it would hurt in some way, shape, or form.
Basically socks, from what I can see. 190 whatever quid.
Yeah, especially the ones where you've got to like, you can just basically put your foot in and then just pull the back up and they're on. Like, and you're ready to go. There's like a lot of them now are laceless, so you don't have to even tie them. So
we sound like the right pair of people yelling at clouds, don't we? Footballers now, bring back your Adidas Predators where you actually have to lace them up.
Well, you've got they're all back now as well. There's certain players that wear them. I think Bellingham's one of the more prominent ones. Like there's a lot of that sort of era of 20 years ago that are sort of been honored, I guess, is how you put it, in sort of the kits and the boots. Like a lot of the the Total 90 stuff.
Yeah.
Has been used again this year. So yeah.
I used to make a principle on, because on FIFA you can choose all the boots. I make a principle of not choosing the ones that look like socks that go up the ankle, the Magister ones or whatever they are.
I usually have the T90. I usually have like the silver and red Total 90 ones. I always remember Rooney used to wear them.
I still remember when there was a debate over coloured boots.
Yeah.
Oh, why are people wearing orange or whatever?
Yeah.
Everyone, most common boot at this World Cup is hot pink, apparently.
Yeah. God forbid. Oh man. If it's not black Umbro boots, we've got a problem. That was the old school mentality, wasn't it?
Those are your classic Mizuno ones as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I remember it wasn't my first pair of boots, but I remember my first pair of football trainers that I got when I was I think it was year 6 or year 7, and they were bright silver Pumas, and I wore them as much as I physically could until my feet were too big for them. And it was just they will always forever be my favorite pair of football trainers I had.
I used to try and play football in skater shoes.
Well, that'd be interesting.
Your classic Vans shoes, being the emo kid that I am.
Yeah.
It's not just at phase mom and all that. Trying to play them in those massive airwalks.
Yeah. Well, I always found it strange that I couldn't believe it when I saw that in the 70s, 80s basketball, in the NBA, they'd all play in Converse.
Yeah.
I just how on earth are you doing that? how on earth do those shoes give you the stability to do what you do? Because obviously they're going how many feet up in the air and coming right back down with all the weight on them. Like, it just doesn't
make any sense.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at the boots now, they're barely on. There's no ankle support whatsoever.
Yeah. But yeah, we're about 20 minutes 45 seconds in now. And yeah, Canada have kind of given Morocco a lot to think about here, haven't they? In comparison to what maybe some of us thought might happen.
We haven't seen Morocco's fluidity.
No,
we haven't seen. I don't think Hakimi's been mentioned.
No, I think the trample on the boot was him. He was the one that was on the receiving end of that. But apart from that, I was half expecting when he pulled that t-shirt down. Oh, it's Hakimi.
Oh, it's Hakimi.
There we go. There's his mention.
Early substitution by lots of it.
Yeah. So obviously bigger issue than maybe first thought. So we'll see how this looks. Saibari coming off for Rahimi.
That's a big loss. Saibari, their main striker.
Yeah.
As well. Oh, we recognise Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Who has now annoyed all of Canada because he's gone full Marga.
You can't go Marga if you're Canadian.
Well, he has gone full.
You're going to have to use a different term.
Oh,
you can just say right wing.
Whatever the Canadian equivalent of Marga is.
Yeah. But yeah, we are not far away from the first hydration break, which I'm sure will get a positive response from the crowd, as it has done pretty much all this tournament. But yeah, Canada really having a decent start, I think. Maybe not a massively gilt-edged chance yet, but definitely looking more likely than Morocco at the minute.
This is your regular reminder that, of course, this hydration break is taking place in an air-conditioned stadium. So we're glad to see that FIFA is so concerned with player welfare. Even in air-conditioned stadiums, they make sure they stay hydrated.
Even in the air-conditioned stadiums with the additional round of games and the expanded team format, which means more players have to play. Not that I'm cynical. Just like to put that out there.
Others might think that we couldn't possibly comment, of course, as
no
home of positivity and neutral football commentary.
Yes. That's a bit of a soft one, isn't it? But given all the time, those ones, you can't really do anything like that in the corner, shove anyone in the back. And there you go. There's your first hydration break as we head towards 24 minutes. So, folks, let us know in the chat, what did you think of that? And whilst we're waiting for the game to restart, just a quick reminder, we will be back on again. Well, I say we. Shah will be hosting proceedings for the France-Paraguay game at 10 o'clock. So obviously check back in then as well after this one. Well, we'll see how big the gap is between this one and that one by the end of this, in case it goes to extra time and penalties. Because that's what we had yesterday with the Egypt-Australia one. We thought we were going to get a couple of hours of chill time before the Cape Verde epic, but it ended up being just an hour. So there's a bit of a rush around for me and Sam.
Tomorrow?
It's 9 o'clock kickoff for Norway, Brazil, and then obviously we're 1 o'clock. So it should theoretically be 2 hours.
Storms allowing,
yeah.
As well. I will genuinely be interested to see how much of the Hardy Bunch in the chat around at 2 a.m.
Well, Graham's going to be there because he's off for 2 weeks.
He is.
So he's got no excuse. I'm just wondering if there's going to be this could be one of the last points we have in the tournament, I think, where someone might fall asleep on stream at 1 o'clock in the morning. I still don't know how Sam and Shaw did the one in Scotland Haiti game. That was pretty tough going. But
I think it might help because it's England, so it's far more. The adrenaline might be flowing a bit more for that one than an absolute slogfest of Scotland barely getting by Haiti.
Yeah.
Someone's not done a great job of the focusing the camera on the dugout. Then it's like, let's get a shot of Saibari in the dugout. Oh, we sat at the back. We can't see him, but we'll still show it for 40 seconds.
We'll show the bib. We'll show the bib that he's put on top of his head to cover his face whilst he's upset. Graham in the comments. I can't wait for 5:30 a.m. Monday morning when the game is 27 minutes in and on its third weather delay. And I'll be there for it, Graham.
Oh, you cynic.
Come what may. I'll be there.
And there's a change in the live broadcast because half the panel have to go to work.
Yeah. We're making a halftime substitution. Hi RC, welcome in. Yes, 2-man stream. Myself and Paul holding the fort whilst the other buggers are being too lazy to do anything.
You're going to get stick for that on the Fence Paraguay stream.
Oh, 100%. But the joke's on them because I won't be in. So it will fall on deaf ears, unfortunately, unless someone drops out and then I get pulled in last second.
Nor will I, of course, because I'm apparently playing centre back for Paraguay. That's the podcast joke.
You have Mbappe to deal with, or Sam's right leg, apparently.
Sam's right leg.
You're not just words in the chat, Graham. You're the spoilers police. You've got a job to do. You can't be slacking.
I do think tonight will be interesting because I think Paraguay will try and kick that French front four out of the game.
Is that the tactics that you've heard from the manager, is it?
Yeah,
so you've been training on.
Let them know you're there.
Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting because I'm waiting for France to sort of get that first big test, really, and see how they look. But it doesn't really feel like they've got out of it, have they, really? They haven't really got out of second or third, or they've not had to get out of second or third gear, so God knows what it looks like when they do. I'm not included in the conversation. I've been working. I would have been there. No, I know, Shaw. It was aimed solely at our governor, Sam, who apparently has more important things to do. But yeah.
Of course, this game decides who may play France in the quarterfinal. The winners of this game will play France or Paraguay.
Yeah. Morocco. I mean, to be fair, I'm saying Morocco would give him a test, but I think Canada, the way they're playing at the minute, would give him a bit more of a test as well. Nah, they won't bench me. I've got 2 shows to host next week, RC. They need me. They're finally admitting it after 2 years. Yes, you chill out, Shaw. You've done plenty of streams. You can afford to have 1 or 2 off. Not many more, just 1 or 2. There you go. See,
I do admire you lot though. I just kind of drop in and out whenever I can. Kerry's there like, tell them you'll do every stream, and I'm like, I will do, but at the same time, people are going to get sick of me.
No, I said to Sam when the knockout started, like,
tell them you're up for them.
If there's a bunch of them available, like as in guys like yourself and like Aaron and Dan and Ant and whoever, I think we need to obviously give them the slots. There's no point put my name down for everything and then no one else goes on. We need to have everybody on as much as possible that are available. So if you put your name down, then we'll have you on. Do you know what I mean? We're not going to say no to you.
I do worry that, you know, I'm like, yeah, I do worry. I want to do every stream, but I don't want to do every stream because we need to give as many people chances as possible.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you're available, then that's what we're going to use. Do you know what I mean? So, and to be fair, you did how many streams last summer? So,
me and Freya between us did
a lot.
I think we worked out that we didn't do the first round of group games, and there were 4 groups, and we only did England and Wales for the first round of group games. So we may have missed about 5 games in the entire tournament, but it did help that a lot. It was much easier time-wise.
Well, yeah, but like again, like I know.
I think we did every 8 o'clock game. Some of the 5 o'clock games we didn't do.
Yeah. The world. When I know you had kind of a smaller batch of people to work with last summer, but obviously next year's World Cup's in Brazil, so that's the women's. Is it the Women's World Cup? Yeah, it's Women's World Cup. Obviously that next year there's going to be a lot more. There's probably going to be a bigger variation in times or whatever. Yeah. So it'll probably be all hands on deck for that as well.
That'll be so much fun to have everyone on though for that one, and we can do.
Oh, I'll definitely be getting involved in that, 100%.
Because it's fun. It's fun doing this because obviously most of the football I watch, like analytically, as opposed to just as a fan, is women's football.
Yeah.
Like competition wise, like I watch the men's game, but in terms of actually talking about it and analysing it, I don't tend to that much. So it's nice. And like you say, we're watching the stream anyway. And if we're providing a place, I did see we had some comments in the chat from people saying that our streams help them, which is always lovely to read.
Yeah, 100%. That's what the streams are for. It's for people to enjoy it along with us and be involved. That's what we want it to be. Whether it's 5 people watching or however many there was last night during that Cape Verde game, which was mad. So yeah, like it's that's what it's all about, is everyone being involved, whether it's in the chat or obviously us on stream or anything in between.
What's interesting as well, I haven't seen that many content creators doing watch-alongs for this World Cup. There's been a few, but the people
obviously they'll come out for like the home nations or whatever. But I think for the England games, obviously there'll be stuff that people will do, but I don't think there's been many covering. I haven't seen many anyway covering the World Cup like we have, which is obviously, I think it's a credit to us because obviously we've all these content creators are doing it for their job, where we've all got jobs to go to and things to do through the day or responsibilities to take care of. And, you know, the fact that we've been able to have one on every single day of the World Cup is just, you know, it's amazing, really. Anyway, Canada all oh no, Masrari's popped out.
Oh, don't mention non-league friendlies restarting on July the 4th. It's weird.
Well, Live Spartans had their first one.
If friendlies have already taken place while the World Cup's on, that's Champions League qualifiers start in 2 weeks. Don't they? They start in mid-July.
But it's like City are taking the Rochdale keeper who was on loan. Is it Watmouth or whatever his name is? Char?
Yeah.
She'll correct me if I've got that wrong. I'm pretty sure he's being put in the City team now for their tour that's going to be going on as the World Cup's finishing. So it's like, you know, it doesn't stop.
What does fascinate me with those is the tours where the amount of people who come out to watch just because it's Manchester City, even if it's effectively Manchester City under 23s, because they'll be buying tickets knowing that they won't see Haaland or all the great players, but they get to see people in Man City shirts, a Man City team, or a Man United team, or a Arsenal team.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen some funny ones before. I've seen some funny United teams, but like especially when it's the big tournaments like this, because obviously we usually have a few representatives. Or back in the day, we'd have pretty much the first 11 away, because that would always be the thing. It's like, oh, it's a shame they've been knocked out, but at least they're going to be back fit and healthy for us then. Like, but yeah, I'm sure we'll start to see all that coming out the woodwork in the next couple of weeks.
Mr. and Mrs. Trialist family.
Yeah.
Proudest time of the year for them.
Yeah, Blythe Spartans had their first one today. I think it was like ended 1-1 or something. So that's them up and running for the friendlies. They've got Chris's team Spennymoor next Saturday at Blythe, but I'm away in Liverpool, which is typical. So yeah, it's all go. I think non-league starts pretty much at the beginning, either right at the end of July or beginning of August, doesn't it? So it'll soon be here.
I think Premier League teams are starting. I think Coventry's first friendly is mid-July, like 15th or 16th of July or something.
Yeah, because it's like a month after that when the Prem starts. I think it's like the weekend of the 21st. I think the Friday night is the first kickoff, because that's you against Arsenal, isn't it?
Don't remind me.
Not you as in Arsenal versus Paul, but Arsenal versus
Some would say, certainly some who've watched the women's football podcast would say, I'd take on Arsenal single-handedly.
Yeah.
It'd just be standing there like that clip from Game of Thrones with Jon Snow pulling his sword out. Like,
yeah.
The cavalry charging.
Yeah.
Come on, lads, North London forever, my rear end.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't take a team seriously whose club anthem was written for them to be a club anthem in 2024 because they got jealous of stuff like You'll Never Walk Alone.
Big talk from someone who uses the enemy.
I mean, fair point.
If I was a glass house, I wouldn't do a stone, mate.
Yeah, so you've got the Northern League starting on the 25th of July. You've got the first FA Cup extra preliminary round starting on the 8th of August, and then you've got Rochdale playing Tranmere at the end of the month in the EFL Cup.
That's the weird thing. The EFL Cup starts before the league season. The League Cup starts before the league season for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I remember it used to be the bit where you'd have the opening game of the season, and then the following Wednesday would be the League Cup.
Yeah. It's a bit of a weird one. But yeah, there's still not really been many big chances here, has there? It's not really.
It really hasn't.
I still feel like it's been better to watch than Egypt, Australia, but I don't really know how difficult that is.
Because there actually have been chances.
Yeah.
Like, there's not, mostly for Canada as well. I think Canadian will be much, much happier with the first 38 minutes or so.
Yeah.
What level of team is in the extra preliminary round?
The referee seen the Canada player running at him.
Oh, hello. Here we go.
Fight.
I did read, if there's, given, I know they say about it, but given the way Canadian youth sports work and the way kids learn to trash talk and chirp in ice hockey, and a big part of that, how much that is. If you're taking on a team to start talking about them, I would say Canada. The Canadians are probably not a good one. I would not be surprised if the reason Hakimi has lost it so much is because people have mentioned bits of his life that he'd rather weren't. Because he's absolutely fuming, isn't he? Look, he's talking to the referee now. Gets a yellow card out of it.
Oh.
You rattled Ashraf, lad. Or are they going to book people both sides?
I feel like it should be. I feel like, again, he's been shoved over for whatever reason, which is fair enough. but then you can't. You've got to just get on with it. You can't react like that. You can't go chasing after him and then start that up.
That's your classic. I think there are some of the nations where you wouldn't see that happen quite as much because some other might have more control and just look at it and go, "Yeah, all right, we'll stick one on you next time you go by," or something like that. We'll leave a foot in or something, rather than openly shove or whatever.
Got to be careful of that now, though, and they're both on bookings, so.
I think that might be an example of the Canadians not quite being as au fait with football's dark arts as some of the teams.
Yeah. I think that's. I think that might just start a bit of a spark between the two teams, getting a bit rough and ready.
Just then when Alcanus picked himself up, there was a bit of a look afterwards.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of needle in this now, which we need, to be honest. I know people say, particularly in the women's game, people are like, "Oh, everyone friends and behave and whatever," but football's always better with a little bit of needle in it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not really as interesting if there's not something to it, is there?
I do enjoy the early rounds of the FA Cup though, to follow the chat, just because how the BBC the past few years have committed to showing at least one game from every round.
Yeah.
So some of the grounds you get in the early rounds when they're like, we've got the preliminary round of the FA Cup and it's two village teams with.
Yeah, we had Spartans were one of the games that they streamed, but because we were away from home, but it wasn't Bradford Park Avenue, but it was like a team that was quite close to there, and like you could see basically like the sports center building behind, and then the houses all the way behind going all around, and it was. I love stuff like that. As the non-league chat is taken over. In the chat, that's absolutely fine. That's what we like to talk. We're talking football. That's what we like to talk about.
One of the commentators I work with at the BBC, I'm lucky enough to do that a bit and work with one of my heroes, and he was talking about we were talking about commentary positions and doing the discussion that everyone who's ever done any commentary has, and he was talking about how he hated going up to Marine, and he was amazed that when Marine played Spurs in the FA Cup, the commentators actually had a commentary position on the side of the pitch, because he remembered going up there and having to do the commentary from one end.
Yeah.
Which was fun. I had to commentate the ice hockey equivalent in the FA Cup final from one end. That was interesting. Players either going completely away from you, so you can see all the players, or you can't see any of them. Can't see any of the backs of the shirts, which is fun when you sat up in the gods. One of the good things about being in the Premier League is we don't have to suffer Bristol City's camera position this season.
I'll have to remember that when I pick the watch-alongs. I have to make sure I don't pick any of their games.
Oh, to be fair, for Sky they might be all right, but for like when Bristol City women play, it's like the camera position is on the roof. It seems to be on the roof of the main stand at Ashton Gate, which is like a 2-tier stand.
Yeah. I see you went to early top mobiles.
RJC with the life of a ground trotter. Stadio Olimpico to a field with rope around it within a week.
You love to see it. Again, that's ridiculous though. Like, what's he doing there? Kicking out like that.
Why is VAR?
If he's kicking out like that, why is that not a sending off?
He's very lucky VAR on having a look at that.
Like, if you think about the infamous Beckham one, there's a tap on the back of the leg. Like,
oi, Jared, get your Get your finger out in the VAR room. Why are you not sat there looking at that going, hold on, that's foul play?
Sure do, Shot. Sure do. National League watch-alongs with the crew. Morocco making a go of it now. Oh, get up.
I'm just having a look at the extra preliminary round because I love the team names in the FA Cup as well when you get the romance of these absolute villages. Yarm and Eagles Cliff versus West Auckland Town is the very first one. That's a cracker.
Yeah. Well, we had... Sorry, was it last season or was it the season before? That match I was talking to you about before with the Spartans, basically we ended up drawing on that game when we were away, so it went to a replay at home, and we struggled into like extra time against them and like barely got over the line. And at the time, the owners that we had got into a bit of trouble because basically they were, instead of being like the normal hospitable hosts when obviously they're supposed to meet up with the other owners after the game, they kind of gave them a bit of grief about it and losing to us. And it's like, well, why? Like they're a league below us and have almost knocked us out in the space of 2 games, and you're giving it the big one. And there was a bunch of other issues with those owners who are thankfully no longer there. But yeah, it was
Look
just
the amount of teams in the extra preliminary round who represent 2 towns.
Yeah.
So you get like Peacehaven and Telscombe.
Yeah.
There's a Larkfield and New Hythe.
This town ain't big enough for this club ain't big enough for the tours. Are you sure?
Are you sure? I'm looking forward. I hope that there's things that happen in the FA Cup. One of the things, because the non-league show has made me care more about non-league and just see some of the things that's ridiculous, like Real Bedford versus Bedford Town, and things like that.
Yeah, it does throw up some interesting scenarios non-league.
I'm sure that there was one where you had Real Bedford playing Bedford Town, and on the last day of the season, one could be promoted and one could be relegated.
Yeah.
But I can't remember what it was, but I remember reading going, yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. Isn't it Real Bedford that's the one that's owned by the crypto?
It is, yes.
Yeah. Just tweaked in my head there. Yeah.
They're trying to there's a lot of talk about them trying to build a women's team and get up through the divisions, because some of these, you can tell some of these owners clearly see that women's football is a good way for them to get publicity quicker because there are less divisions. So it's potentially a lot quicker to climb through the pyramid.
So it's a chance for Morocco. Oh, I thought it was a big counter on. Sorry about that, Paul. Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, don't worry. I'd pause because I'd seen that break happening. But it's things like Leyton Orient have a former US international playing for them because the owner's thrown a load of money at it in step 7. And they win every game like 16-0 or something. It's just...
Yeah. I don't really know the full ins and outs of it, but like #United asking for relegation this season just seemed bizarre to me. When they've been doing their thing of climbing, and then they've been in the division they've been in for a couple of seasons, and then all of a sudden they want to go down again. It's like, well, why? Like
they are a bogey club for me because their women's team played Coventry United in the FA Cup, and I swear to God, the Coventry United media team was basically me and one other person, 2 volunteers, and they turned up with literally their own videography team, plus their own social media people, and started turning around and going, "Where's the media suite?" It's like, yeah, this is a rugby ground.
Yeah. What do you expect here? Like,
what are you expecting? This is a, you know, it might be a second tier rugby ground in the UK, and it's a decent ground, but
yeah,
the changing rooms are literally in the corner at one end, and they walk out the shed onto the pitch. What are you expecting with regard to a media suite?
yeah, yeah. I think the odds of there being a red card here are getting shorter and shorter by the minute. I think that's 4 yellow cards in the first half alone. Mike Oliver leaving his mark on the World Cup.
Wasn't there a thing where Real Bedford did just have a field on the edge of Bedford Town's ground, and then he turned up and started chucking seating and stands in, and now says, "Oh, you know, we're gonna be the town, we're gonna be the team in Bedford," even though they've only existed for 4 or 5 years or something.
Yeah,
he just bought a local village team and said, "Right, you're Real Bedford now."
Yeah. Well, that's half time, 0-0. Not many big chances, really. Can't really think of too many that stand out. But the one thing you'd say, it's been pretty fiery towards the back end of that half.
You know, it's a good game when the teams are walking off and both teams are talking to the referee and having a word.
Yeah. It always makes me laugh when someone gets booked and look just absolutely like crestfallen or shocked, or like they just cannot believe what's happened to them, as if they've been sent down for life in jail. Like, it really does amuse me, some of the reactions you get.
I love the ones that are full on like Italian argument level, like
yeah. It's
hand waving and all of that. Bedford is very much a rugby town because they beat Coventry convincingly in the Rugby Champ, which is what they actually call it, playoffs at Goldington Road, which is a properly nice sports arena based on the pictures I've seen of it. Because I live about 3 minutes walk from where Coventry United play at what is now the Nick Newbold Arena. It used to be the Butts Park Arena. That's one for the ground hoppers in the chat.
Yeah.
And to the semi-final of the FA Vars last season.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been to the final. I think it was 10 years ago now. I went to I can't remember if it was the trophy or the Vars, but basically it was the finals day for them both. And we were going down to support Morpeth Town against Hereford.
Yeah.
And we'd spent 5.5 hours on the bus down from like 5:30 in the morning.
Oof.
And it kicked off at like 12. And within the first 3 minutes, Hereford scored. And we all just looked at each other and went, have we made a terrible decision here in doing this? But then luckily they turned it round and we won 1-3-1. And then we watched the second game, which I believe was Halifax. I can't remember who they were playing, but it was Halifax, I think, ended up winning it. And then was it Grimsby maybe? I can't remember. But we got back on the coach at 6:00 and we're like, right, we'll get home by midnight. Got onto like one of the main roads. Don't know if it was the M1 or something. And basically the motorway had gone from 3 lanes down to 1. So we were crawling at like 30 miles an hour for pretty much half the journey. And then proceeded to get back at like 4:00 in the morning. And I was just like, my soul is done. Like, I'm not doing this again. Like, Next time we'll find a hotel. It'll be fine.
I've fallen out with Southampton because my worst ever away trip was covering Coventry United in their last season before the owner nicked them and moved them, and they were basically a corpse of a team walking. And we travelled down on a. Remember a couple of years ago we had those storms in November, and on a Tuesday night down to St Mary's in absolute torrential rain.
Yeah.
Thinking, oh, this would be interesting. Southampton scored after 3 minutes, eventually won 4-0. And then on the drive back, the road was blocked. The coach was blocked by a fallen tree.
As you do.
And I remember I was sat on the coach because I travelled on the team coach, and I just sat there and we're like, we can't go anywhere. And I stood up and went, absolutely screw this. I'll move that myself. didn't know how big it was, but basically went, open the door of the coach and I'll move the effing thing.
Yeah.
And the next thing I know, the whole team has gone, well, if Paul's doing it, we'll go with him.
Yeah, yeah.
And there were pictures that I posted on social media several years ago of just, this is reality of second tier women's football.
Yeah.
Whole team in the pouring rain at like 11:30 at night, moving a fallen tree.
Yeah.
Working together.
Yeah. No more incentive than going. No bigger incentive than to get home.
Just to get home after losing 4-0. As a fan of eyeliner as well, Karen Carney's eyeliner was amazing.
Yeah.
On ITV.
Yeah.
Just reviewing the Canada chances.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was just that moment there when it was just in front of his face. I thought he could just maybe hit that. Just give it a.
I don't know whether he's seen the goalie, the flash of yellow at the goalie at the side of his gone. I can't stick my head in there.
Yeah.
It's going so well. Both Kerry and the cat are asleep. So.
Fair. No, it wasn't. I don't think it was Gateshead that were playing. Chris, it was 2016 that final. If someone Googles it, I'm sure you'll find it. But Morpeth played Hereford, and it was made funny because there was a family of like 4 sat in front of us, and they were doing the usual. The dad was doing his usual chants, and then out of nowhere. They had one really young kid. He was about 4 or 5, and then had another one who must have been 8 or 9. And obviously, the older kid had been going to the matches with the dad because out of nowhere, and I mean nowhere, was it coming. But the kid just dropped a C-bomb in the middle of the shouting match that he was having with the Hereford fans, and then everyone just was like looking at him, and his mother was like, "Sit back down now," and we were just like. Me and Lauren were just absolutely howling because it was the funniest thing.
I love when that happens. Yeah. I remember at the ice hockey finals because the ice hockey playoff finals at the end of the season in the UK, they just all go in one venue.
Yeah.
And go as a weekend, but they have different blocks for every team in the league.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's the top tier ones, and then there's the second tier ones, and the second tier ones are held in Coventry.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember going one year, and there were teams from Romford and Chelmsford, obviously local rivalry in Essex.
Yeah.
And they were absolutely going at each other across the aisle. You know, like there were insults and parentage, there were all sorts of things going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then this woman just stands up. And if you imagine Big Mo from EastEnders in an ice hockey shirt, just standing up and just screams at them, like basically repeats, "We may not know who our dads are, we may not know this, we may be X, Y, and Z, but at least we're not from being Chelmsford," and then sat back down.
Yeah.
And basically everyone just sat there like,
as you do, yeah. You're just stunned.
Okay.
Yeah.
that was the same final. We all knew there was going to be a fight on the ice because one of the players was avenging his mate on another team who'd been put through a glass door at the pub next to the rink the night before. So
yeah,
that's a podcast. Right. I'll just tell you ice hockey fan stories for the next.
Yeah.
We'll just tell fan stories. Our craziest moments. What's your craziest fan moment? Do you reckon?
What's the craziest fan moment?
Yeah, that you can think of where you've just stunned and gone, I can't believe that just happened.
I think, to be fair, I've not been to I've been to literally in terms of outside of the 2 seasons I've been to see live, it's like outside that it's kind of a handful really. So there isn't really a lot I can say. One of the funniest ones, not that it was funny at the time, was when we were sat and me and my family had gone to see Newcastle United against Manchester United, and we're all Man United fans. But living up here, the seats we got ended up being in the middle of Newcastle fans. And of course, we're trying to be subtle about the fact that we support them being sat in the middle of the enemy territory, essentially.
Yeah.
And then there's my grandmother who decides, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go dressed all in red in a sea of black and white, like not sticking out like a sore thumb and anything like that.
That's a choice.
Yeah, she's an interesting lady, my grandmother. God love her. And then when we score, there's me, my uncle, my granddad. We all just say like, "Ooh," like the half, "Ooh," it's happened.
Yeah.
But then my grandma just stands up and just like gives it the full welly of celebration, which everyone each their own. But I personally wanted to survive and not be hung, drawn, and quartered that night. But the funniest thing about it was not only that, but there was a guy stood up who was like on the other end of the row to us, and he was about to give it what for, and then he realized that he knew us because it was one of my friends from high school. I went, "Oh, hi, Stu." I went, "Oh, hi, Sean. How's it going?"
How you doing?
And then we just continued on and just like, so nothing. I don't have anything crazy, unfortunately. That doesn't really answer the question, but it is a bit of a funny story. But I'm sure you've got plenty.
Kerry keeps telling me off because there's no real local women's team. Well, there's Rugby Borough, but I refuse to watch them because they're Coventry United that was stolen.
Yeah.
So until Coventry City absorb them again, which I hope they do, they won't come back. But every time, the nearest team is basically, I refuse to go and watch Leicester, so it's Villa Park.
Yeah.
And I just get a look from Kerry every time because obviously when Villa come out, they play Hi Ho Silver Lining.
Yeah.
And they play Hi Ho Aston Villa. I do not sing along Hi Ho Aston Villa as a Coventry City fan.
Yeah.
And she just looks at me, and I do it kind of, I almost mouth it. I'm not stupid enough to stand up and annoy people, especially at women's football where you can't jump. But it's on, and my brain just will not let me let it go by without going, and it. And it's like, she just looks at me and I'm like, you can take the boy out of Coventry.
It's not happening. Yeah.
Actually, this is one that I'd ask you as well. There is a lot in women's football where you have fans who will support different men's and women's teams. So there are there are people who support Man United men and Manchester City women.
Interesting. I don't know if I would do that myself, but each their own, I guess. A couple of new entries in the chat. We've got Sam in. Welcome in, our fearless leader.
He's checking up on us.
Yeah, he's definitely checking that we haven't burned the place down yet. Cheeky Burger's in as well. What would a stream be without an entry from Cheeky Burger, huh? But yeah, personally, if it's me, I'm supporting United across the games. You know what I mean? But
that's my logic. The only reason I will support
don't Graham, don't antagonize him.
I'm just ignoring that blatant provocation.
Yeah. That's poking the bear to
All
a
I-
higher degree.
All I'll say, Graham, is I am now. You know what? You know I like Crystal Palace, and now I'll be singing the praises of them even louder.
Yeah.
So,
What a great team Palace are.
indeed, and Selhurst Park, such a proper old school ground as well. You know?
Yeah.
There are some grounds in South London that are a bit of a disappointment when you go to them, but Selhurst Park,
What a
definitely
place.
is.
Infamously used for the Ted Lasso ground as well. What a great series that
Indeed.
is. Only made better by the fact that it's in Crystal Palace's home ground.
Indeed. I don't think there are any other football grounds in South London. I mean, what apart from anything else, it's got a proper football ground name. It's not just named after a geographical feature like certain other clubs in South London.
Oh dear me.
Into the valley, my own backside.
Oh dear.
One of their stands is named after a farmer as well, honestly. Jimmy Seed stand. Sounds like they've just named it after a local. I know he's a Charlton great. I'm just. Oh, that's a classic kit, though.
What shirts you got, Cheeky? Yeah, the Sharp 96 shirt.
There we go. Now we've poked the bear.
There we go.
Ground's coming back.
Come on, Grim.
Here we go.
Ding, ding, ding. But yeah, let's not antagonize the chat too much.
That Alan Kirbishley was rubbish. Him massively overrated.
Not sure I agree on that one, but I get what you do. I understand. One signed shirts, one Portugal signed shirt, and others. Nice, very nice.
Well, are Woking still conference?
Yes, Woking is still conference because they're managed by Defoe at the minute.
Because they're in the conference in the retro 20-year-old ago game. I might start a save with them. Take Woking up through the divisions.
Yeah, I've the only signed stuff I've got is obviously the cards that I collect, but that's about it. I don't have any shirts or anything like that. Nice.
Good effort.
Oh, there's a sombrero.
Obligatory.
Sam's representation of sombreros continues on.
It is weird how, as a Coventry City fan, the only signed shirt I've got is the game worn Leicester City shirt on my wall, which I defend by saying it's the player Shannon O'Brien, who is a Coventry girl. When you watch a player. And they're young, and you see them young, and you just know they're going to be great. Like watching Shannon playing for Coventry at 17, I'm just like, she's going to play for England one day. Even then, well, I've kicked off in the second half, by the way, in case we need.
Yeah, we've just kicked off as well.
Good. We're about level.
I'm on 10 seconds now in, so
yeah, there's about a second or two gap.
Yeah, that's good.
So we're nice and settled.
A sombrero, if you will. Well done, Graham. Very well done. That's probably the pun of the day so far. I'm sure you'll have plenty more.
Do you reckon you can tell what level TV networks expect their games to be watched at, or how much their audience will care about them by which commentary team they put on them?
I think definitely for like the UK, yeah.
Because this one has got Joe Spate and Lucy Ward, which is like third or fourth.
Yeah, ITV. I think like, and obviously the TV team that they have as well. Like if it's like Ange and Emma Hayes and something, it's kind of the middle of bracket. But then it's now if it's like Bradley Wright Phillips and whoever else was in there, then obviously it's obviously not a higher end game for them to worry about. But
yeah, they've definitely got pundit panels.
Yeah,
that they assign and go, right, we'll have our B panel or our C panel on this one.
Yeah, Reminder again, we aren't necessarily 100% live with anyone that may be watching, so don't put any spoilers in the chat. If there's a goal, wait for us to react to it, because we will react to it, and then we can talk about it.
At least you did research, Cheeky Burger, because there are commentators who very clearly haven't done their research.
Yeah.
And some of them get quite high-level jobs, particularly in the women's game. Like, they can't even pronounce players' names, and you just go, you're getting paid a considerable chunk. Having done it, you get paid a considerable chunk of money per game.
Mm-hmm.
So Canada.
It was something I always wanted. It was something I always wanted to do when I was younger. Was commentary. I just never really knew what to do. Really.
I mean, this is technically it. Watchalong.
I know. I mean, I guess it was like how do you get into it, sort of thing, and what's the avenues you can go down is kind of my thinking. But obviously, I know you need to talk, but it's like there isn't really much up here in way of
teams
opportunity, I guess.
Get down to Blythe. Tell them you'll do their web streams.
I would, but the microphones and headsets sound awful. Like when you listen to it, when you watch the highlights, you go, "Oh my god, my ears are going to be bleeding by the end of this." So,
There was some discussion before that last corner as well. The Canadians were unimpressed about something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a strong tackle.
Yeah, I think it's going to go down well. And that's booking number 5.
You know it's a good yellow card when the player who's being booked doesn't even look round.
Yeah.
Always
knows, doesn't he?
Absolutely taking him out of the ankle.
You shall not go any further.
Luc de Fougerolles. Fun name to say that. One of 3 Quebecois in the Canadian team.
Yeah, it needs a goal here to liven this up, I think. Oh,
will that do? Save that. 128 on the screen.
There we go. Luc de Fougerolles. Well, I don't think I can do that again. Even if I tried, like
we're even now.
Yeah,
That's your Brazil-Japan moment.
Yeah. Thankfully, there isn't a Moroccan supporter in our a Canadian supporter, sorry, in our team. So otherwise, I'd be in a bit of bother. I think, like you were with Shaw. But yeah, no, it's a great finish. To be fair, Hakimi laying it off. I want to see this again now.
That's a planned routine. That is, isn't it?
Yeah. It's done well to get through the bodies, to be fair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Moroccans jumped out the way, hasn't he, last second? Number 9, I think it is.
Yeah, he's...
Oh,
that's just snuck through.
He's just missed it, hasn't he?
I'll tell you what, Corpo had no chance with that in goal for Canada. He's like...
I love how RJC's fearing the wrath of Shaw, even though Shaw's not been in the chat for a while. I've never jumped on. I've never jumped the gun. I didn't do it. And then Shaw comes in saying, "Nice goal."
Game on then. Are we potentially going to see the first host nation exit?
Yeah. Obviously, there's Mexico, England tomorrow night. USA have... Who do USA have?
Got to go back to the bracket now. This is the trouble with such a big bracket. You genuinely forget who's where. USA have Belgium on Tuesday.
Yes, they do. because in my sweepstake that I have with a few of my mates, my 3 teams that I have left are England, Morocco, and Colombia.
That's a decent trio. That's
yeah. One person has 1 team left, and they have France.
Oh no!
And then another one has Argentina, Norway, and Switzerland. My friend George has 4 left, and that's Brazil, Portugal, Egypt, and Paraguay. So
probably most hoping Brazil from those.
And Mulch, my friend Mulch, who has been in the chat before in previous games, has all 3 host nations. So he's probably thinking, I don't know how long I've got left.
What, willingly, or just did he pick all 3 host nations, or did he just?
No, so it was like a random draw. It was just those are the
just
3 he's got left out because we all got like 8 teams, and basically like there's a few of us have got 3 left, a couple have 2, and then there's like 1 person who's got France left, and that's it.
I'll tell you what, Graham. I'm not saying happy birthday to a nation younger than my local pub. There is a bridge.
You mean your local tavern?
My local tavern. There is a bridge that I walk over on the way to work that is 750 years older than America. So I'm not.
Yeah.
All this 250. It is literally a Norman bridge, a Norman stone bridge. It's obviously all built over, and it's got bits of, it's got a road over it and all that sort of stuff. But you can see the original stonework.
Yeah, it's shown signs of wearing.
So, bit of weathering,
Yeah,
like the roof. One careful owner.
Mm-hmm.
But that is always fun when American football fans. It's been fun. It's been both annoying and fun on Twitter seeing the rising confidence of American football fans, and then occasionally you'll get people just turn back with reminders of one way or another.
Well, it'll only grow if they beat Belgium.
Indeed,
and I think they've got every chance of doing it. So
that's why they call it Happy Treason Day in sections of the internet, man. Here's a Moroccan break, incidentally.
Uh-oh. Has he gone just a bit wide there?
Well covered.
Corner.
Morocco's national stadium. I was looking at the national football team. Morocco's national stadium was apparently I don't know whether it was inspired or whether it was just built around about the same time as the new Spurs stadium.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at it, it's the one in Rabat. It looks so similar. It's got the whole steep single tier stands. But the way they've built everything up the past few years, because it's weird, because the last World Cup, Morocco's run was a bit of a Cinderella run, wasn't it?
It was. Like, no one expected it. Like, I don't. Who was it? Was it Zayat? No, I try to remember who it was. They had the Chelsea player. He went from Ajax to Chelsea, and then I think he went back to Ajax. Was it Ziyech or something like that?
Yes, Hakim Ziyech.
Yeah, I remember him. He was part of that squad, but yeah, it's just. But it wasn't just the run they've had. They've also obviously kicked on and then made it count since then as well.
Yeah, and obviously, somewhat controversially, winning the African Cup of Nations. Did they? No. Yes. Well, we don't know, because it was Morocco, Senegal, and Senegal won it, but then we had all the stuff.
But then had it rescinded and given to Morocco. So. Morocco. Yeah.
I wonder if Brahim Diaz will take a pressure penalty in this game if it should come up.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
A Stuart Pearce at Euro 96 type situation. where he just properly screams after scoring it.
Yeah. I think that's exactly what I would do.
Just absolutely leather it into the top corner. And then,
Yeah.
Laid to go.
Might be in the top corner of the stadium, but it would still get levered.
Canada are a little bit ragged at the moment.
Yeah. They've lost a bit of that fluidity.
Although I do think possibly playing in America might help them to be a little calmer. Because if they were playing in Toronto or Vancouver with the pressure of a home crowd, like a fully home crowd, as opposed to just...
It's one of those things. I think it depends on the team and the player and the circumstances. I think if the team's supportive and it's getting behind you, then I think it becomes the typical 12th man, doesn't it? And it gives you a bit of an extra boost. But, I've never been a big believer in that. Unless you're in a hostile home crowd, then that's when it can take its toll. Like if you look at West Ham over the past few seasons, when it hasn't gone so well.
Yeah.
I mean, that definitely has had a negative impact. But I think for the most part, the home teams of World Cups generally get behind them, don't they? There's not really a lot that are sort of booing them or not giving some sort of support.
I do think if England score early against Mexico tomorrow, that could be an interesting factor, because because getting the Azteca, if the Azteca crowd, the Mexican crowd, notoriously volcanic.
Oh yeah,
turns on their own team.
Yeah,
with the expectations and stuff.
Yeah.
Canadian corner, as we talk about that. Canadian long throw, in fact. Good as a corner.
Yeah. Evening, Dan. Welcome in, buddy. I saw a clip of on TikTok, and unfortunately it was TalkSport, but there was a fan who'd called in who said we should leave Kane, Rice, and who was the third one? There was Kane, Rice, and Bellingham off for the first 60 minutes. Soak up all Mexico have to offer, and then throw our big guns on for the last half hour and just go gun ho. And I was like, that sounds great in principle, but then what if you're soaking up the pressure, puts you 3-0 down? Then you've not got your best players on the pitch to do what it needs to do.
Actually, that was a question I was going to ask you, because Kerry asked me last night during the penalty shootout. If you're involved in, and this is one for the chat as well, if you're involved in a penalty shootout for your nation at the World Cup in a knockout game, do you want to take a penalty? And if so, do you take it in the first 5 or do you take it in sudden death?
Oh.
And if you take it in the first 5, when do you take it?
I would probably. I mean, I'm not really bothered where I would take it, but I would probably take it in the first 5. I'd want to get it out of the way and not be in sudden death. Because if sudden death, it's like, that your kick is probably gonna. If you miss it, it's probably done unless something happens. But I would take anything in the first 5. I'd even be bold to say I'd take one of the first 2, I think.
Because I think because there was this debate, obviously, because there's a discussion over when star players take penalties in a shootout, and whether they take the responsibility or whether they take all the pressure on the 4th or 5th. I think I'm with Jiggy Burger. I think I'd take second. Because you look at it with if you take it second and you've scored the first penalty, it keeps the momentum going. But if you mess up, it can still be recovered.
Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it?
Right? Nobody. Like I guarantee nobody will remember who takes the second penalty in a penalty shootout, even if they miss it.
Yeah, I always remember the 2008 Champions League final when Ronaldo took his third, And he did that. He sort of stuttered, waiting for Czech to move, and Czech was just like, "I'm not moving until you hit it." And then he kind of half picked aside and didn't really kick it properly, and then Czech saved it, and it was like, oh. Then thankfully John Terry slipped, and the rest, as they say, is history. Yes, you have put your arms around him. It is a free kick.
It is a free kick. You're probably not going to get away with that one. Man United legend Sofiane Amrabat coming on.
Yes. Legend because of how he helped us win the FA Cup. What a man. I know Sam has a poster of him on his wall in his room somewhere. His wife is a bit concerned about that, I've heard.
In my bed. It's true.
So Laran coming on. Is it pronounced Laran? Did we? Or is it Laran?
Lauren, I think. Oh, chance. Or maybe not. Oh my God, he's wellied it. He's absolutely wellied that. It's like, no, you have it. Bang.
I don't want it. Wallop.
Yeah.
I know they teach in ice hockey and in football as well. It's better to overhit a pass than underhit it, but that might have been taking that a little bit far.
Yeah.
What I did find interesting, I can't remember, it might have been one of England's goals. And Alan Shearer was talking about how strikers love having the ball fizzed into them because it's actually easier to control a ball that's fizzed at you.
Interesting.
Which seems counterintuitive to me.
Yeah.
I'm just like, if I'm holding off a defender, the last thing I want is a ball wellied at my ankles. Like, give me a chance to control it.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the situation, I guess, because if it's one of those things where they can maybe just put a touch on it, or they can use the momentum of it to sort of hit a first timer, then I guess that would make sense. But yeah, I don't know.
I think like you say, he was saying it gives you more options if it's a wellied pass because you can you can just help it on or knock it round the corner or whatever.
Yeah.
Certainly, I used to get told off playing football when I started playing ice hockey because I just used to try and get in the goalie's way because it's one of the key tactics playing hockey. You just block the goalie's view and try and get a touch on it. Apparently, that is somewhat frowned upon in football still. Doing it deliberately. Because you have to actually stay on side.
Yeah. Morocco are just kind of playing at their own tempo now.
That's a good ball.
It looked a bit dubious, but he's not giving it.
I don't like seeing teams try and kill the game off after 65 minutes. Like,
no. They're just trying to get to the hydration break, that's all it is. Breaking news, in the most American thing ever on their day, Joey Chestnut has won the hot dog eating championship after eating 66 hot dogs.
Oh, he's a legend of the hot dog eating competitive eating game, is Joey Chestnut. He is defending his title.
Chestnut.
His Wikipedia is ridiculously long because it talks about how many titles he's won.
Yeah.
He's an American competitive eater.
66 hot dogs, though. Like, surely his stomach is telling him, please, for the love of God, stop after like 15. Like,
he is full. He's the same age as me, and he holds 55 world records.
But does he commentate on Coventry women's football?
Does he do podcasting? I love the fact that they give themselves nicknames. Apparently, he beat Takeru Tsunami Kobayashi.
Graham. Come on, man. Help us out. How many can I eat? I mean, depends on a good day. I could probably eat quite a few. Depends how thick the bread is as well, though. If it's like proper thick, doughy bread, I'm not getting many. I'll. Oh!
Apparently, his breakout performance was in the deep fried asparagus eating contest.
I'd probably do 15. Oh, no bread. No bread. That's a whole of a conversation. That's a whole other ball game. No bread. I'd be able to put some away, I think. Yeah, he's taking the goalkeeper.
Oh, that is a true. There is a competitive eater called Sonia Thomas, who is in her 60s. She's known as the Black Widow and also the leader of the 4 horsemen of the esophagus.
Oh, my God. Oh, dear me. You think you've heard it all?
The 4 horsemen of the esophagus is an incredible name.
Yeah. So, hydration break. As we see Mazrari, that beautiful man. And we're in hydration break as it advertises the Brazil-Norway game for tomorrow. And whilst we're here, we may as well do the thing that we didn't do the first half, Paul, and we may as well advertise our lovely podcast merch. We have a wonderful selection of podcast mugs for you wonderful people out there to get your hands on. All you have to do, scan that QR code, pick your favorite one. Bon appetit.
Because we have one for each show.
We have one for each show. You know, if you're getting sick of, like I do it here, you've seen me a couple of times now, take a sip out of this very can. Other soft drinks are available. You don't like holding glasses. Maybe you just want something a bit more funky, a bit more colourful. Expand your drink holding palette, as they say in Timbuktu.
Maybe have more than one drink at a time, or possibly you can use them as food storage of a vase.
Do you like putting your fries in McDonald's in one end of the box? Well, now you don't have to because you can just put them all in a mug.
Put them in a mug.
You can use it as a pencil holder if you really want to. I know a lot of people do that. Whatever you see fit. Anyway, they're on that widget there. So scan that QR code. Bish, bash, bosh. Job's good. And now I won't get told off for that, for not doing that.
And if we sell 45,000 of them, we can watch the World Cup final on the beach in Cape Verde.
Exactly. With some gravy.
With some gravy.
Gravy.
A day off from school.
You can't see it, but Graham's pointing to all his mugs right now, which is always good. It's got this image of him in his chair just going.
just
up there.
Apparently,
we appreciate you, Graham.
The Black Widow only eats one large meal a day, which is a typical post-work meal is 3 large orders of fries, a chicken whopper, 20 chicken tenders, green vegetables, fresh fruit, and 2 pints of soft drinks.
Jeez.
Every day.
I know Man Eats Food, who's like obviously the popular YouTuber. Obviously watch a lot of his stuff. He tends to like, I think like the day before stuff, just basically eat nothing but yogurts, like the odd yogurt the day before, and then he'll go do the challenge. But I can't imagine the toll it must take on their bodies to have to digest all that and do everything they need to do. Like, it wouldn't be for me.
Apparently, Joey Chestnut's breakout performance was where he ate 6 pounds of asparagus in 10 minutes. Like, why would you? How do you decide you want to do this? Like,
I don't know. I think you just must realize that you can maybe put away a bit more than everybody else, and then you just start testing it, and it goes from there. Basically,
he can drink a gallon of milk in 40 seconds.
Yeah, that's mental.
And he's eaten. I ate 2 burgers. I cooked 2 lovely burgers for dinner, and ate those. And it took me about 15 minutes to finish dinner. Joey Chestnut ate 103 burgers in 9 minutes. which is the current world record.
I would like to see the burgers he's got though, because the burgers I imagine won't be like big, massive. Like,
Do you reckon they're bite-sized ones?
I think they'll be like, I don't know if they'll be like sliders, but I think they'll be like, like palm of your hand, sort of like a single cheeseburger at McDonald's or something like that. Like, not very big.
On July the 4th, 2010, Joey Chestnut won his 4th straight hot dog eating contest by consuming 54 hot dogs with buns in 8 minutes in what he described as a disappointing performance.
Yeah, disappointing.
This is an obscene amount of food. He raised the world record of bratwurst ate in one time from 35 to 70.
Yeah.
And he ate 15 pounds of burritos.
Didn't even throw it in. Sorry, Paul. Yeah, they're going to have to find somebody here in this last 20 minutes.
He out-ate 4 army soldiers working together by eating 58 hot dogs in 10 minutes. The 4 soldiers only ate 49 between them.
Yeah. That's mental. Yes. Well done, Graham. Well done. You gave Paul a tangent and he's took the ball and ran.
I mean, to be fair, Graham, it's interesting to find out that actually Joey Chestnut's declining because he only ate 66 hot dogs this year. He won with 70 last year.
Yeah. But last year.
Like you say, he's frankly disappointing.
Can Canada get themselves back into it? That's the question. With balls like that, I don't really think you can. Oh.
Careful. Yes, Nancy. Say hello to everybody very loudly.
Bonjour, Nancy.
There he is. One of the few cats named after a town in France.
There you go. They could do a Belgium. It wouldn't be as impressive as a Belgium because it's only 1-0, but they could. Father Time catches up to everyone.
Mm-hmm. "15 minutes remaining here. At this point last night, we were vaguely tense. It's a lot more relaxed, this one, than
you can see every time they get into this final third, you can see the Canada crowd just starting to stand up and it just go shifting across the crowd. It's quite a cool thing to see. Rather than, the Mexican wave.
It is nice how North American crowds have learned the stand up when your team are attacking thing.
Yes. Yeah. Rather than the generic fight and win.
That's a cross.
That's done well. Oh, that's a bad touch.
It's it then. Oh. That is right on the edge.
That is close, isn't it?
Good Lord. That's what, 19 yards away? He's literally brought down as that ball is bouncing into the penalty box. If he takes one more step, that's a penalty.
No. I think VAR will look at it just to make sure, but I think it is a free kick. I think Oliver's got that spot on.
Apparently, I do remember at least one case, apparently if a foul starts outside the penalty box but a player goes down in the box,
yeah,
can be given as a penalty. because the foul started outside the penalty box but concluded in the penalty box, which is one of the weirdest rules I've ever heard. This is one you just leather low and hard, isn't it? Because to get a ball up and down, Lucy Ward's just said, to get a ball up and down.
Yeah. RJC throwing a bit of shade at some of the England fans there. Canadian flags being waved don't seem to put their local teams' names on them.
They don't seem to be hanging from lampposts or being painted on roundabouts either.
No. We'll not go too much into that discussion, though.
We'll leave that one.
We'll leave that one there.
What did... That's just floated. See, part of me asked the question there, why you don't do the, even if it's a direct free kick, why you don't do the change the angle on it slightly, knock it sideways.
Yeah, like I would have a player like sort of stood a few yards behind or like to the side, so he just clips it and then he can get the shot away without using the wall or without the wall getting in the way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, let the wall start to break up and then just drive it through the scattering players.
So does that mean that Davies isn't coming on the pitch then? Is that all 5 of them done?
I will double check because I haven't tracked this up. The trouble with these subs is you just don't mentally track them, do you? That's a ball save.
Close. Sometimes that's what you need, though, just to spark things in the crowd and get the atmosphere going your way a bit, just to have a go.
I think Canada have only made 3 subs. Hold on.
Yeah, but is it the rule where you get 5 stoppages, or do you have to do it? You have 5 subs in 3? Because if it is the 3 stoppages and that's it, then unless they did one at half time, I can't remember. I think they did. No, they didn't do it.
Of course, you have substitution windows now, don't you, to make...
Oh, no, they've only done 3 subs because 2 came on 78 and 1 came on at 63. So if Davies is going to come on, he's not going to get much of a chance.
Liam Miller not getting to play in this one as well is interesting. After being used in the first few games.
I mean, how must that feel, though, to Davies? You've been your main player for your country for how many years? And then your country gets to host a World Cup.
And you barely get to play in it.
And you get selected, and then you don't even get, a minute? Like on the pitch? I don't think he's been on, has he?
He did get brought on for about 10 minutes in the...
Yeah.
Was it in the last group game or was it in the round of 32?
Yeah. But still, I think you'd be... If you're him, you're probably not Jesse Marsh's biggest fan at the minute, unless there's something going on in terms of injuries or something. But because even if he's 80% fit and he gets 70 minutes out of him, then you would start him over Johnston, surely.
Yeah, at his level,
yeah,
you'd especially now where it's win or go home, you'd just throw him on surely and go right. 10 minutes. Go absolutely full out.
Yeah.
A maximum of 40 minutes. Go full out. Keep your country in the World Cup.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. There's a break on from Morocco. This may be it now. He's through. He needs to get the shot away. It's taking too long. There you go. Game done. Dusted. 2-0 Morocco. Counter-attack kills it off.
Very similar to Harry Kane's goal. That one just rocketed into the top corner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's that was always likely to happen if Canada couldn't get shots away or have time to reorganize. As RJC says, now they can do a Belgium. You would suspect so, Chris. You would suspect that it is over, but stranger things have happened. We'll see.
I've come here to see Canada killed off. I'm just saying,
Yes.
It worked once.
I don't think it was an intentional working that time, though, was it?
It wasn't. It really wasn't. Within 90 seconds of me turning it on, that was the one Dan referred to as making a complete Paul of it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, me too, RJC. Food is calling thy name.
I've got a few hours potentially of James Bond Last Light or Skyrim before France Paraguay.
Are you on for France Paraguay?
I don't believe so.
All right.
Let me double check.
I think it's Freya Anton Shaw at the minute.
I know I put myself down for it, but I don't think I was on a double header. Because Claire was. So.
Oh, yeah, Claire's in as well. Sorry, yeah.
It'll be, yeah, I think it's Freya Shah, and Claire for that one. Oh, that was. When Bono fell for that, I'm like, he's dived over that one. That was an interesting style.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? They just haven't had that quality. Really, they haven't had that quality chance. They didn't really create much. I know they kind of had the momentum in the first half, but they didn't have, like we said at half time, they didn't have that big chance to give them a hold in the game. Morocco have been better the second half. Not massively improved, but they have been better.
I think he's gone off, so I'm safe saying Jonathan David has really not performed at his home World Cup.
Oh.
How has he missed that? Genuinely. Why are you not bringing Alphonso Davies on, though, Jesse Marsh? You've got absolutely nothing to lose here at all.
Physics. I think that's how that didn't go in.
I love how you had the shot then of a goal of an absolutely helpless goalie suddenly realizing actually I can get to this. Because Kupo watched that and that was your classic goalie watching it going, I can't do anything, and then it hit the bar and it's like he suddenly woke up again.
Yeah.
If Canada are going to do a Belgium, this is about the time Belgium scored their first. They're too slow. Canada. Just get it right. Get this in the box. You've got a central free kick, 35, 40 yards. Oh, David is still on the pitch. That's how bad he's been.
He's been so bad, we didn't even realise he was still there.
He's been so bad, we thought he'd been substituted.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't done anything for the past 35 minutes or whatever. I've got a slight soft spot for Morocco because of the legendary 90s Moroccans, Mustafa Hadji and Youssef Choupo, Coventry City legends at the 1998 World Cup.
We'll see how.
Where are you going with this one?
This one goes.
Oh, that was a proper confident punch. That was. Although part of me would argue there that if a goalie comes out for it like that,
I think he's headbutted his arm, hasn't he?
Then again, if you've got both players down,
and then he might have hit his head off the deck, I think.
No Davis whatsoever.
Incredible.
No more subs remaining because Jaden Nelson has come on along with Jonathan Osorio. And so Alphonso Davis is...
Yeah.
That's a surprise.
Oh, God. Shah's just put in the World Cup chat that there is a real potential that the France-Paraguay game may be delayed due to hostile weather conditions. So
sorry about the siren outside, by the way.
Breaking news.
Mean streets of Coventry.
Yeah.
I know it might be a position thing, but I genuinely cannot believe.
Canada's 49 in this game was extra time. I'm going to rain hell upon them. This game is finished, so I can go to sleep.
Probably about 5 minutes, I'd say.
I don't know if anyone picked up Kerry then, but Kerry's tired after last night and staying up and dealing with the heat.
Yeah.
And she's literally just said, if Canada score twice now, I will rain hell upon the entire nation of Canada because I need to go to sleep.
Fair enough.
That'll be you guys at France or Paraguay if it's a 1-goal game at 1 a.m.
That'll be us versus Mexico if it's 2-0 up or 2-0 down.
To be fair, I like Canada and I quite want them to win this, even though I didn't think they would. But no, I'm just like, okay, you need to go away. I'm done. Off.
We could make good money with just Kerry's alternative commentary of just, okay, Canada, you need to go away now. Like
you didn't give the context there. That's the whole reason I said that.
I like Canada. I wanted them to win, but now I'm just like, I didn't think they would, but now I'm just like, you need to go away now and accept your fate.
Hmm.
Do you remember?
There's a nice cheerful thought from Graham to get us to the end of the show.
Existential discussion on a Saturday afternoon.
Oh,
it's 8 minutes. Wow. Okay.
I always remember, are these 8 minutes because of 6 minutes of these because of the hydration breaks, or just?
Well, it can't be because there's been 5-minute stoppages. So, and that's usually when there's been a bunch of substitutions and there's been the hydration break. So, I don't know where they're getting 8 minutes from. Maybe the delay towards the end with the keeper being down. I don't know.
Was it the 2018 World Cup, the first one where every game had ridiculous amounts of injury time because they cracked down on time wasting?
No, I think it was more I think it was 2022.
Or was it more Qatar where you had like?
Oh no, it was. Because that was the first year they had the man with the magic spray. And those two things coincided.
See, Gary's better at tracking football pop culture than I am because he's like that's the first. It was the first year the ref had the magic spray where he marked out 10 yards. or she, of course, marked out 10 yards on the pitch.
Don't say it.
Has everyone just kind of forgotten that they cracked down on time wasting now? So we're just back down to 7 or 8 minutes rather than Jesse Marsh with the most emphatic placing of a ball by the side of the pitch there. So we won't let Morocco gain a few extra seconds. Oh, come on, Canada, get one. Make it interesting. give everybody hope, or maybe at least give the nation of Canada hope.
Give everyone but Kerry hope. Oh! I saw the keeper going in and going into each other. I thought, oh, we're gonna have a header from a goalie into the net.
I just paused for a second because both goalies are in yellow and green, but I forgot what colour the Moroccan goalie was wearing. And I was just like, how's he that far out? And then went, all right, okay, that's There's still more goalie coming up potential, of course. There's about 5 minutes left. They've gone early with the send the goalie up.
Well, they need to, don't they? So they need to get a move on if they're going to do it.
Canadians used to pulling the goalie or rush goalie, of course, because of ice hockey. Used to leaving goals empty. Also, pulling the goalie in Canadian slang is trying for a baby.
And there you go. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, the keeper's got it wrong there.
And he knows. He's admitted it. Just a gentle, I know, don't say anything.
Are we, as in the English football pyramid, adopting any of these new rules, like the 10 seconds for a throw-in, having to get off the field quick? Probably. I would imagine there'll be something of our own version of it, if not just a copy and paste. Personally, I hope there is, especially with the substitutions getting off the field, because that one really does croak me.
Speed up games so much. The amount of times on a Sky game where you've been to the final few minutes and you're like, oh, now we've got 4 substitutions in the next 4 minutes in a 1-0 game. Here we go.
Yeah. 100%.
Saibari on the bench there, not knowing where he is, almost. Quepo's sort of making his way back.
Just get the ball in.
Why are you still... This is Jesse... You can tell this is a Jesse Marsh team because they're not making 1 pass when they could make 3.
Yeah.
Like, just... Jesse Marsh's entire tactical philosophy appears to be Spain, but crap. Because, like, the ridiculously overly intricate passing and all that sort of stuff. Just... Every team thinks they're bloody Pep's Man City. Just get it in the bloody box at this point. When you got step 10,
just shoot. You've got to shoot. You haven't got time for crossing.
Oh, it's all the way across. Get down.
No, that's it. Oh, keeper's happy about it.
Why are you trying to do fancy, intricate set plays? Why are you not just...
I don't mind necessarily the laying it off and making and pulling a shot, trying to pull a shot off, but I mean, that's what we were saying they should have done for that Jonathan David free kick when he dinked it, but Yeah, it's just I think it shows there isn't that quality maybe that you'd see in sort of similar teams like USA who've got a bit of quality up top. I think there's things to work on, obviously, for Canada.
Oh, behave yourself, Rakimi. Going down, holding your face when you've collided in someone's chest. Everyone thinks they're 1998 Rivaldo doing that stuff. Honest.
It was 2002.
Was it 2002? I was like,
I always remember it because it was against Turkey, I think, if I remember it rightly.
I love how I didn't even have to mention the incident though. It's so ingrained.
Everyone knows it, yeah. Like
in football law, that just mentioning Rivaldo with regard to someone holding their face, and everyone's like, "Yep, we know the one."
100%. It's going to be free if they're not careful.
Dang.
There you go. Game, set, and match.
Oh, so clearly that whole going down.
Yes, his face is clearly feeling fine.
What a brave soldier he is. You know, playing through the pain like that. They just showed a Canadian fan going full Steve Carell in The Office. Just the full.
Yeah.
It's probably a good thing this is taking place not in Canada.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah. Can't say with the second half that they haven't deserved it because they have been the better team, I think, overall.
That may have been one of the last kicks of the game as well. I'm trying to work out if they're even going to bother kicking off again. I suppose they technically have to.
Yeah. Like Graham says, a game settled in 90 minutes. What a time to be alive.
It'll never catch on.
It'll
never catch on in the World Cup knockout rounds.
We'll find out tonight, won't we, with France and Paraguay?
Lots of sad replay of sad Canadians.
And there you go. Full time. I think Canada can still feel proud of the fact that they've got to the knockouts and, you know, they got through the group stage because that could have been more difficult for them, but they've managed to make it through.
And actually won a knockout game, even if it was a artificially added extra knockout game.
Yeah. But Morocco go through to the quarterfinals, and then they wait to see if they play France or Paraguay. So we'll see what happens there.
Morocco v France will have all of the narratives. Obviously, with Morocco being a former French colony and lots of the Moroccan players being born in France and their shared history.
Yeah, it'll be...
Not that I'm discounting out Paraguay, of course.
No, not at all. You're not discounting them out at all. I mean, anything can happen, can't it? I mean, Paraguay could do a Cape Verde and take them to extra time or something, but we'll wait and see because, again, who knows even when that's going to start because you've got, I think Char was saying in the World Cup chat that there's basically, I think there's potential of thunderstorms again. So...
I'm just going to Google that. I'll try and Google that. Should have Googled that earlier. I've got Kerry, my conscience editor, research assistant.
Yeah.
Info person.
Yeah. But, we shall see what happens there. Okay, well, congratulations to Morocco. Commiserations to Canada. We're going to sign off now, guys. Thanks, everyone, for being in the chat. Thanks again for watching, being involved. The next one, of course, we mentioned it a few times. We just mentioned it there. France, Paraguay should be going live at 9:45. But if there's a delay, then of course keep your eyes on the social channels, and we'll keep you up to date of when we're going to go live. And you'll have the lovely Shah to host you for that one. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. I'm back on for the England-Mexico game. Paul, when are you back on?
I think I'm Brazil-Norway.
Brazil-Norway. So you'll see Paul before me, probably.
You will.
Unless something happens, then one of us gets called in for emergency. But I don't think that'll be the case. So we'll see you there, guys. Thanks again. And we'll catch you on the next one.